Glycine, from its beginnings in 1914 to the present day of its acquisition by Invicta Watch Group. Some might dread this news, but one thing's for sure, no one knows the future until the future is in the present. Since its founding by Eugene Malin in 1914, Glycine has been producing watches at its factory in Bienne, Switzerland. Malin was an uncompromising watch engineer who strove for perfection and nothing less. He had a perspicacious understanding of both the market demands and the possibilities offered by the technological advances of the time. Malin first started producing extremely precise and small movements for ladies' watches. He succeeded at this. The 1920s roll around, and for Malin, things were looking good. They ramped up production to fill the demands, and this boost in production enabled Glycine to put on the market the finest miniature movements at this time. In the 1930s, Malin presented to the market a well-functioning self-winding watch, of his own invention entirely. Also in the 1930s, there was the development of the Swiss official watch of chronometers, or COSC for short. Only watches certified by them were able to put the words chronometer on them. The 1930s seemed like the perfect years for the watch industry, but it wasn't without its pitfalls. The Depression and the looming of the next World War took a heavy toll on the company, seeing as Switzerland was cut off from almost all of its traditional export markets. Yet still, Glycine survived. Not only did they survive, but they also managed to be one of the 29 exhibitors at Basel Fair in 1938, and haven't missed one since. Besides, why would they let a upcoming World War and a depression stand in their way? 1945. The war was over, and access to the world markets again was possible. The industry took a deep breath. Immediately, Glycine geared up for production and rapidly presented a range of automatic self-winding watches. 1953 was an important year for Glycine, perhaps their most important. This year we see the birth of the airman. If you look at this point in time, there was a steady growing class of jet settlers and frequent travelers. The appeal of having their local time and GTM time on their wrist was very appealing, so the airmen did very well in the market. I have here the GL0093 Combat Sub, or also known as the Golden Eye. The PVD stainless steel case, the brown bezel, and the rose gold accent make this watch a beautiful mesh of color, so much so that it would be difficult to use it for its intended purpose. With a diameter of 10.6 millimeters, it's almost hard to believe it has a water-resistant rating up to 200 meters. Now a must-have feature in any dive watch is the Loom. How else could a diver tell the time left before he runs out of air under the dark, pressing weight of the sea? Now we can thank Paul Perregaux, Georges Bourret, and Hans Wilsdorf for the screw-down crown with the rubber gaskets. Without it, water would find its way in. Also, something to observe is how perfectly lined up the insignia is when it's fully fastened. It's sometimes the small details that make the biggest impression. Now you might be wondering, what movement is crammed inside this thin watch? Well, I'll tell you. Incarnated out of ETA Calibre 2824-2, we have the GL224. The difference between the two is minuscule. Glycine signed the rotor and squeezed in a oversized movement holder. Some traits of the GL224 is the 38-hour power reserve and the ability to hack. Now it speaks volumes knowing that a powerhouse like Tudor adopted the 2824-2 movement in their first edition Pelagos. Of course, now they have been replaced with the in-house Calibre MT5612, but it really goes to show you what a workhorse the 2824-2 movement really is. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If there are any other watches that you would like to see be reviewed, please let me know.